What's up, Hollywood Men viewers? Get ready for a rapid-fire download of the hottest stories hitting the wires right now. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the absolute must-know updates as they break. We're diving deep into the entertainment universe with some seriously buzzworthy developments that you won't want to miss. First up, a true titan of the industry is breaking out of his mold, shedding his signature persona for something entirely new. We're talking about a major move that could redefine his entire career trajectory, and trust us, you'll want to hear every detail of this surprising pivot. Next, we're focusing on a transformation that has the internet buzzing and fans everywhere talking. This global superstar has undergone a dramatic physical change that's left everyone stunned. Was it for a role, a personal journey, or something else entirely? We're breaking down the incredible weight loss and the public's reaction to this jaw-dropping metamorphosis. Then, the conversation gets heated as a controversial figure weighs in on the same star's new look, dropping some explosive claims that are sure to stir the pot. We'll dive into the public back and forth and the bold accusations being thrown around. This is the kind of drama you can only find here, so stick around. And finally, we circle back to the star himself as he opens up about the personal drive behind this massive change. Get the inside scoop on his motivations and what this new chapter means for his future. You won't want to miss any of these incredible stories. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and join the Hollywood Men family. Hollywood icon shifts gears. It's a significant moment when a star known for a specific image decides to challenge those perceptions. Dwayne Johnson, a global phenomenon often associated with high-octane action and a larger-than-life persona, is stepping into uncharted territory with his latest film, The Smashing Machine. This isn't just another blockbuster. It's a deliberate move to break free from the typecasting that has defined much of his career, signaling a desire for deeper, more nuanced roles. For years, Johnson, affectionately known as The Rock, built an empire on his charisma and physical presence in franchises like Fast and Furious and action-packed films such as San Andreas and Rampage. His roles typically showcased him as the unflappable hero, always ready for a high-stakes adventure. However, he recently revealed in an interview that this consistent portrayal, while incredibly successful, began to feel limiting. He felt a growing pressure from Hollywood's emphasis on box office performance, which often funnels actors into predictable categories. Johnson admitted that he, too, succumbed to this pressure, focusing on projects that played to his established strengths and what the industry believed audiences wanted to see. In Hollywood, it all comes down to box office receipts. It can echo loudly and push you into a particular category and angle, he shared during a press conference in Venice. He acknowledged making those films, some successful, others less so, but a persistent internal voice questioned his potential for more. I had a burning passion and a voice that said, "What if? What if there is something more? What if I can?" This internal questioning fueled his search for characters that offered a departure from his action hero image. The film, The Smashing Machine, casts Johnson as Mark Kerr, a real-life MMA and UFC veteran whose life story was the subject of a 2002 HBO documentary. The documentary unflinchingly explored Kerr's struggles with addiction and the brutal realities of professional fighting. Portraying Kerr requires Johnson to delve into a character marked by vulnerability and complex personal battles, a stark contrast to his usual on-screen personas. The film recently had its world premiere at the 82nd Venice Film Festival, receiving a minute of applause, a moment Johnson described as a chance to shed psychological constraints and explore new creative avenues. It's very often hard for us, or at least for me, to understand what you're capable of when you've been pegged to a certain role, Johnson candidly stated. This artistic shift comes at a time when Johnson is also a prominent figure in the sports world, leading TKO Holdings, which oversees both WWE and UFC. The Smashing Machine is slated for release in Canada at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 8, followed by releases in the United States and the United Kingdom in October. This role represents a significant artistic gamble, one that Johnson seems fully committed to, aiming to unlock new opportunities and prove his range as a dramatic actor. The public reaction has been one of anticipation, with many curious to see how the action star handles such a demanding, character-driven role. This career pivot is generating massive buzz, but the changes Johnson is making go even deeper. Next, we're diving into the shocking physical transformation that has fans talking for a completely different reason. The Rock's drastic makeover stuns fans. In a development that has sent ripples across social media and entertainment news outlets, Dwayne Johnson, widely recognized as The Rock, has debuted a dramatically slimmed-down physique, leaving fans and observers astounded. The significant weight loss, reportedly around 60 pounds, was on full display at the recent promotional events for his new film, The Smashing Machine, at the 82nd Venice Film Festival. Johnson, typically celebrated for his imposing muscular build, appeared almost unrecognizable to many, sporting a much leaner frame that sparked widespread discussion and concern among his massive online following. The Independent reported on the striking change, noting that Johnson, 53, was seen wearing a loose-fitting Hawaiian shirt and black trousers that accentuated his reduced size. A video clip of his appearance quickly went viral on X, formerly Twitter, prompting a flurry of comments. Fans expressed a range of reactions, with some voicing apprehension about the actor's health. One widely shared comment suggested the weight loss might be due to issues with his heart, while another simply labeled the transformation as concerning. This sentiment was echoed by others who questioned the drastic nature of the change. However, the speculation wasn't solely focused on health worries. Many fans correctly surmised that the transformation was in service of his role as Mark Kerr, a legendary MMA fighter and UFC pioneer, in the upcoming biopic, The Smashing Machine. The film, which also stars Emily Blunt as Kerr's wife, Dawn Staples, is set to explore the fighter's career highs and his well-documented struggles with painkiller addiction during the 1990s. Johnson himself has spoken about the profound impact of preparing for this role, stating that playing Mark Kerr certainly changed my life. He described the transformation as something he was really hungry to do, indicating a deep personal and professional desire to embody such a complex character. He elaborated on his willingness to explore more intense and raw performances, admitting, "I've been scared to go deep and intense and raw until now, until I had this opportunity to do this." The film's premiere at the Venice Film Festival was met with a significant reception, including a 15-minute standing ovation, during which Johnson appeared visibly moved, even tearing up. This emotional response further highlighted the personal significance of the project for him. While some fans expressed concern, others offered positive feedback, with one user humorously quipping, "Gonna have to start calling him Dwayne the Pebble Johnson." The film is scheduled for release on October 3rd. The stark difference in Johnson's appearance has undeniably captured public attention, sparking conversations about the dedication required for transformative acting roles and the public's perception of celebrity bodies. While fans are debating the physical changes, another prominent figure in the sports and entertainment world is adding fuel to the fire with some pointed commentary. Get ready for a controversial take that's making waves across the internet. Antonio Brown targets The Rock's physique with bold accusation. In the wake of Dwayne Johnson's dramatic 60-pound weight loss for his role in The Smashing Machine, which has already sparked significant public discussion and concern, former NFL star Antonio Brown has entered the fray with a provocative public statement. Brown, known for his own controversial career and outspoken social media presence, directly addressed Johnson's visibly altered appearance, making a pointed and unsubstantiated claim about steroid use. Taking to his platform, Brown posted a message that seemed to mock Johnson's significantly leaner frame, accompanied by a direct accusation regarding performance-enhancing drugs. This commentary comes at a time when Johnson's transformation for the role of MMA fighter Mark Kerr has already been a major talking point, with many fans expressing surprise and some concern over the drastic physical shift. Brown's remarks, however, inject a different kind of controversy into the narrative, shifting the focus from artistic dedication to a more personal and potentially damaging accusation. The timing of Brown's comments is particularly notable, as Johnson himself has been open about the intense physical and emotional preparation required for portraying Kerr, a figure who battled addiction and physical challenges. Johnson has described the role as a deeply personal and transformative experience, one he felt ready to undertake after years of playing more conventional action heroes. He expressed a desire to explore the complexities of addiction and the human struggle, moving beyond his established on-screen persona. Brown's history of public disputes and controversial statements lends a certain notoriety to his critique, though it remains to be seen how Johnson or his team will respond, if at all. The public reaction to Brown's claim has been mixed, with many defending Johnson and highlighting his well-documented work ethic and commitment to his craft. Others, however, are engaging with Brown's provocative statement, amplifying the debate around Johnson's appearance and the methods behind such drastic physical changes. It's a stark reminder of how public figures can become targets for criticism, especially when undergoing significant transformations. The narrative around Johnson's role in the smashing machine has now been further complicated by this external commentary, adding another layer of intrigue to the film's pre-release buzz. The juxtaposition of Johnson's deep dive into a character's struggles with addiction and Brown's sharp, potentially inflammatory remark creates a compelling, albeit contentious, storyline in the public eye. This public back-and-forth adds a dramatic twist, but Johnson himself is now sharing his personal perspective on this major career shift. We're getting the inside story straight from the star himself. The Rock on his bold transformation, hungry to do more. Dwayne Johnson, the global superstar renowned for his formidable physique and blockbuster action roles, is opening up about the personal journey and artistic ambition behind his recent dramatic weight loss for the upcoming film, The Smashing Machine. Johnson, who stars as former UFC champion Mark Kerr, revealed that this significant physical transformation was driven by a deep-seated desire to push his own boundaries and explore more profound acting opportunities. This transformation was something I was really hungry to do, Johnson shared with The Hollywood Reporter during the film's premiere at the Venice Film Festival. He explained that after years of a highly successful career built on a consistent image, a persistent inner voice urged him to seek greater challenges. I had been very fortunate to have the career that I've had over the years and to make the films that I've made, but there was just a voice inside of me, a little voice that said, "Well, what if I could do more? I want to do more, and what does that look like?" This introspection led him to take on the role of Mark Kerr, a legendary fighter who grappled with painkiller addiction in the 1990s. Johnson emphasized that the film is more than just a sports biopic. He described it as a profound love story, focusing on the relationship between Kerr and his wife, Dawn, played by Emily Blunt, and Kerr's own complex relationship with his sport. It's a love story about Mark and Dawn in this relationship, and it's a love story about Mark and the love that he had for the thing that he did, his struggle in the ring, his challenges and his overcoming, Johnson explained, visibly emotional. He noted that Kerr's story, including surviving 2 near-fatal overdoses, makes the narrative particularly compelling. The actor acknowledged that breaking away from his established persona was challenging, admitting that actors, including himself, can sometimes be limited by being pigeonholed. He credited collaborators like director Benny Safdie and co-star Emily Blunt for recognizing and encouraging his potential for more dramatic roles. The public reaction to Johnson's slimmer appearance at the festival has been intense, with many social media users commenting on how unrecognizable he looks. The film received a lengthy standing ovation, an experience Johnson described as deeply moving. The Smashing Machine is set to release on October 3rd, marking a significant artistic evolution for one of Hollywood's biggest stars. Johnson's willingness to undergo such a profound change, both physically and emotionally, for a role underscores his commitment to artistic growth and his ambition to be recognized for a wider range of acting capabilities. Johnson's deep dive into this role is truly impressive, but the public reaction and commentary are just as captivating. Stay tuned for our lightning round recap and all your essential updates. All right, Hollywood Men fam, that's a wrap on today's explosive update. We saw Dwayne Johnson breaking typecast for deeper roles, then shocking everyone with a massive 60-pound weight loss. Antonio Brown jumped in with some spicy takes, and finally, The Rock himself opened up about his hunger for change. Don't miss a single moment of the action. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, ring that notification bell so you never miss an update, drop a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all socials to stay in the loop. We'll see you next time.